Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I'm here again. Please send me an unrated challenge. Just make sure the challenge is blitz, please. Make sure the challenge is blitz. 5-minute blitz. Let's get some games rolling. Make sure the challenge is 5-minute blitz. Me too. Alright. Totally send a challenge. You guys should send a challenge, please. Send 5-minute challenge unrated. 5-minute unrated. See some friend requests. Keep the friend requests coming as well. A 5-minute unrated. I have close to 1 hour to play against viewers. So if you are watching already, just send a 5-minute challenge. Let's take a 5-minute game. Okay, I see a 3-minute challenge, but the challenge is rated. Please send an unrated challenge. I prefer an unrated challenge. Aaron was so good, he broke the stream. Yes. My internet just decided to do that to me again. Yesterday I experienced that. Today I experienced it again. And internet in Nigeria is just something else. Can be good for the past maybe 2 months now. I don't think I've had that kind of internet issues, but I had it yesterday and then today again. I see some challenge. I see a challenge here. Let's make this challenge unrated. I don't really care about my blitz rating. Is the account good to go? The account is kind of new. November 2025. I still consider new. So let's challenge the guy to an unrated game. If it was an old account 2021, I'm taking it. 2020, 2023 save I'll take. 2024 I'll likely take. But I prefer. Oh, I'm sending a 10-minute game. No, not 10-minute game, please. Not 10 minutes. 5 minutes. Send unrated challenge. Okay, I see an unrated challenge. Let's take the challenge. Hello, Patel. Welcome to the channel again. If you want to play me, you have to send me a challenge. Okay, that's the challenge. That's the challenge. I wanted to say you have to send me a challenge. Because I'm not sending challenge. I'm not going to send. It's very unlikely I send you a challenge. So if you want to play me, just send a challenge. Just make sure challenge is unrated. I see a move like this. Okay, what do we even have here? English opening. Oh, for a moment I thought I blundered. I have to be careful, guys. A check here can win my queen. Okay, guy's not going for that check. Why am I not capturing here? If I capture here, it helps my opponent to develop and go here in one move. So let's go here instead. If my opponent captures here, I can capture here. If my opponent move this piece now, then I'm going to capture here. So that's what I'm waiting for. And if my opponent captures here, I'm looking at this move. A move like this comes to mind. Trying to bully my bishop, but not seeing the move doing anything I should worry about. I have to watch out, guys, before I blunder something drastic. I'm looking at a move like this, just putting pressure here. I see my opponent is looking at a move like this, just trying to harass my queen. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised to see that. Let's go here. Opponent has to be careful. A move like this just wins me material. So opponent just want to watch out for that. Opponent is not watching out. Oh, we can capture here, but that's helping my opponent develop. Let's say I capture here and then capture here. Do I really have an issue with that? Let's go here. At the end of the day, it's a pawn. At the end of the day, it's a pawn. Problem is I really love this bishop. Let's go here. Let's just go. Okay, let's say I capture here now. Is there something I should worry about? Maybe my opponent captures here. Saying since you're in the business of capturing, okay, opponent doesn't do that. Let's just go grab here. So I'm up a pawn here. There's still a lot of game to be played here. I'm already looking at a move like this. When I place that move, I really want to keep it. I really want to maintain this pressure. I really want to maintain that. The queen is not defended, so I'm trying to maintain this pin. A move like this, while it looks like an interesting move doesn't really do much. The move doesn't really do much, so Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Opponent is hitting my knight, and the opponent is trying to win my knight. I have a check here already. That's a check I'm kind of proud of. But that's a check that doesn't really do nothing, except my opponent is in a haste to make moves. Whenever you are caught in this kind of trouble, or you are caught in this kind of trouble, guys, you want to watch out and ask, is there a way I save my piece? And my opponent could have just played a move like this. The guy would be chilling. No, he doesn't do that. Okay, now I'm looking at this pin, because why are we not pinning pieces? Is there a reason not to pin pieces? Let's pin that. Problem is that a pin like this doesn't really do much, because I see my opponent playing a move like this and that piece is hanging as well. Okay, but let's go here. If my opponent plays a move like this, I think I can capture here. What if my opponent plays a move like this? I think I can save this piece. Where is my opponent going? Whoosh. Let's go here. Knight has to be careful. Opponent also has to be careful where they put the queen. Opponent has to be careful where they put the queen, because I'm also threatening a move like this. Opponent is not careful, guys. Now I'm just going to develop this piece with a tempo on my opponent's queen. While I'm gaining that tempo, I'm also defending this square. So I have a fork coming here next. Let's go here. A fork is just going to follow on the next move. So opponent would have, if I was playing as opponent here, I know walking into this file would be something I will avoid, because I'll be thinking, what is my opponent going to play? And I will immediately see this move. Except I'm not left with a lot of serious options. A move like this already comes to mind. But a move like that just walks into this fork. So a move like this. What was that? Guy. Bro, what was that? What was that? The guy did not even... How are you dealing with this fork? By not dealing with it, I guess. By not dealing with it. That's still a fork. Opponent can easily deal with it by playing a move like this and pinning this. So that's an interesting move. Opponent can play a move like this and just pin this. Okay, a move like this doesn't work, because I'm just going to sack my queen here. And I get 2 rooks for the queen. That's just very good for me. So a move like that doesn't work. Let's see what my opponent is going to do here. But except my opponent just gives up and be like, oh, that's a fork, and just play some random stuff. Whenever you are faced with this kind of position, let's assume the position is equal. You want to look at, how do I get out of this? You want to be resourceful. That's how you find very good defensive move. Not by being in a haste to give up and be like, oh, my opponent just found that tactic and it's over now. Sometimes you want to pause and ask yourself, is there a way I get out of this? And in some cases, there's a way you get out of it. So now I'm looking at a move like this, because what do I have? I don't want to lose this. Let's go here. If I capture here, I'm not only losing, I'm getting checkmated. If I play a move like this, it doesn't really work as well. So let's go here. Oh, did I get myself trapped? Did I get myself trapped? I'm up 8 points of material. I can actually afford to lose the rook and still be completely chilling. But not losing the rook with checkmate. We can't lose the rook with checkmate. We can't lose the rook with checkmate. That would just be GG, start a new game. So if my opponent plays a move like this, I'm already looking at this move, trying to put my knight here. Let the knight hold on to the knight. My opponent is not paying attention. That's checkmate. Guy is paying attention. Let's go here and here. I see my opponent doubling up here. Yes. Let's just make sure everything is okay this way. This knight, I would like to pick up this knight for now. Okay. Now we can't really pick up the knight. I'm also looking at a move like this, so I can go here with a check. So I see my opponent capturing here, but then I'm just going here. And this check is looking really good. All right, let's go here. Let's find a forward active move. Opponent goes defend there, that's checkmate, so they can't really do that. They can't play a move like this. I smell some checkmate here, but this rook on the 7th rank seems to be doing a lot of good job. Rook is doing a good job. That's a drawback mistake. That's checkmate there. But let's say we land a check here. Okay, the guy resigns. I say challenge. Just make sure the challenge is unrated, please. Guys, make sure challenge is unrated. Have a game. Okay, I'm playing Gautam. I think I've played this guy several times. Is that name? And I've lost to him already. I've lost to this guy. Let's try to beat him up now. Gautam, we are beating you up today. Guy is going for some Joe Bava London. Joe Bava London trap, although this is not really the Joe Bava London. I guess maybe the move sequence. I'm just looking at landing a check here and find myself in serious trouble. Let's go here. I'm just looking at castling on the next move. Also, all right, let's go capture here. Let's go capture here. I would love to go capture here, but that's just allowing this. We should not allow that. All right, the guy is playing this as aggressively as he can. Let me castle my king, because at the end of the day, that's just an annoying move we should watch out for. Oh, I messed up, guys. I messed up. Oh, not really, not really. But I messed up. I thought I had this check, and opponent has to move the king. Opponent can block the check this way. Opponent can block the check one way. Let's go here. Let's land a piece here. Now there's no longer any check here, but oh, see what I want to do, guys. See what I want to do. What I want to do doesn't work. But that's what I want to do. It doesn't work. I want to go land a check here, but what are we landing a check there? I also want to land a check here, but my opponent has a lot of pieces defending this square. They have a knight defending, have everything on the board defending that square. Opponent is pushing too hard. If you ask me, opponent is pushing too hard. If you ask me, the guy is pushing too hard. For a moment, I thought I blundered something. I should have just kept the piece here. That's exactly what I should have done. A move like this comes to mind. That's a reckless move. Now I'm looking at moving this knight. Knight doesn't really have some very good forward squares, but I'm looking at playing a move like this instead as well. Putting pressure here. A move like this, I'm also considering. We are putting pressure on this. I have to watch out for this. Opponent might be looking at playing a move like this. Looks like a defensive move, but it is also an attacking move. So we want to make sure we are watching out for all of that. A move like this now comes to mind. Asking my opponent some questions and some very interesting questions. A move like this comes to mind. What am I expecting my opponent to play? Okay, not that, not that, not that. Because now I have this move. Am I really giving up? Oh, this square. That's not a square I want to give up. Problem here is the moment I push pawn forward. If I push pawn forward, the knight can capture here. What am I even thinking? Even knight can capture there. Let's go here. Opponent could have captured here, but I have a move like this and I'm getting a piece for free. Let's go here. Go away, Evo. Evo knight. I has played some chess. Let's play this. I have this move. But at the moment it doesn't really do much for me. So let's not go for that. I would love to push pawn forward. I also don't have that. But now I'm just looking at finishing my development and just trying to play moves like this. let's say my opponent plays a move like this. Okay, guy doesn't. Let's go here. If my opponent captures here, I don't really mind. That's not a move I care too much about. My opponent doesn't capture. I'm also looking at just playing a move like this. My opponent plays a move like this. Do I capture here? That looks sad. That looks sad. That doesn't look like a great move. Let's not do that. Have you ever beat a 2300? Yes, I've even beaten a 2500. I think I have a win against a 2700 as well. So I have some amazing win against those players. Amazing and a very satisfying win. I think my best win in bullet is maybe 25. A player that is rated close to 2600. In rapid, I think I won against 2500 or 2400. And in blitz, yes, there's 2400 I've beaten 3 times in blitz. One particular guy. Maybe the guy is a fake 2400. Who knows? Or maybe my playing style just outclassed that guy. Who knows? Okay, now there's a problem here for my opponent. I have a lot of pressure on this pawn. At the end of the day, we might be saying it is just a pawn, but is it really just a pawn? That's the question. Is it really just a pawn? A move like this comes to mind. Ooh, why did my opponent play that? Guy wants to play this move. So let's say we play a move like this. I'm looking at just getting my the pawn, because why not? Sacking here comes to mind. That's a reckless move. So let's say I play a move like this. Do you see what my opponent is going to play? And it's going to play this. With hopes that what? Then it's going to play this. Move does nothing, guys. Because I have a move like this. The move does nothing. So let's say I go capture here. Opponent captures some way. I'm just going to capture here. If opponent push this pawn forward. And this is a weakening move. Opponent is just weakening the king's queen side. And if opponent plays a move like this, I feel like I am tempted to just play something else and not offer a queen trade. Okay, since my opponent has decided to weaken the king queen side, let's go here instead. I'm not interested in going for a trade. I could capture there immediately, but if my opponent plays a move like this, I offer a queen trade. And if my opponent trades, I just trade. If my opponent plays a move like this, ooh, I was missing that. Opponent could have played a move like that. Capture here. Yes, it makes sense. Opponent had that move. I almost missed that. Now, if opponent push pawn forward here, okay. Let's go grab material. Let's just make sure. Let's make sure we are grabbing material. Let's go grab material. There's one thing here. Opponent would like to throw in this move, but I can capture it with check. If opponent plays that move, I'm looking at this move already. Opponent doesn't really want to trade queens. I know that. I want to trade queen. So here's my opponent going to put their queen. All of this, okay. Now this is GG's. I'm up a single pawn, except I blundered that pawn. Opponent should be looking for the resign button. Except I find a way to blunder the pawn as usual. Let's push pawn. Let's push this pawn forward first. Because if we are not pushing pawn, what are we doing? My opponent captures here, I capture here. My opponent push pawn, plays a move like this. Go forward. I feel like just going forward and forward, but the king is on time. So I'm looking at just playing a move like this instead. I see my opponent capturing here, I capture here. If opponent doesn't capture, I'm pushing pawn. Isn't this pawn too fast? Problem here is opponent has two pass pawn to worry about. Pawn is too fast. Pawn is too fast. Pawn is too fast. Let's go. The guy is trying to put the pawns on the light squares, I guess, saying my pawns on the light squares are invisible to your bishop. But now that pawn is running, opponent can't really stop the pawn. Pawn is running. Let's promote to a knight. When I could have played a move like this and both pieces would be under attack. GG's. GG's. That is GG's. Well, I'm not going to become a GM. So allow me to face you already. Send a challenge. Just make sure it is unrated. Please, let's do blitz game. Let's do blitz game. I'm here for blitz game. I'll be hopping into the community freestyle Friday very soon. So I just want to do a quick I just want to do a few blitz game before I hop into the tournament. Let's go. What's this guy playing? Is this guy? I play the King's Indian attack. Is it the King's India attack I play? I play the Indian game a lot, and I really have no clue what I'm doing when I'm playing that opening. I have no clue what I'm doing there. Then push pawn forward, give me that pawn. So that looks like a nice move, but not really a nice move. Then place that. Just going to grab space here. Looking at playing a move like this. I wish I can trade this bishop now because the bishop is going to be blocked behind my own pawns. That's going to be a sad bishop. A knight hopping in here looks nice. Can't my opponent defend that? Opponent can easily defend that, so looks nice, but it's not nice. Alright, let's play a move like this. I like this pin. I wish this was a dark square bishop. I will happily trade it for this knight. I'm also looking at playing moves like this, pushing pawns forward. See my last message. You said you beat a 2600. That's very impressive. 2600 rapid. How am I even beating? I think I've won against 2500 rapid. And I think I agree with you that beating strong players in fast time control is easier than beating strong players in slow time control like rapid. I never play you. DJ Nyang. What's your username? DJ Nyang. Is that DJ Nyang? Hope I've not turned you to a DJ. Hope I've not just turned you into a DJ. See my opponent capturing. I'm just going to capture back. Opponent doesn't capture. Pushing pawn forward looks like a reckless move. Oh, shh. Let's go grab, yeah? I really feel like sacking there. I feel like sacking and pushing pawn forward. But let's say we push pawn forward. What do we expect? Because if I move here, opponent captures here. So what if I move forward? Opponent saves the piece. I save that, mine. Opponent doesn't save the piece. I really don't want to lose mine. I don't want to lose mine. So what if we go here instead? Saying if you capture here, I capture here. At the end of the line, then has this move. I really want to play a brilliant move. But I think what we have here is a brilliant blunder. I want to have a pass pawn that is a menace. Looks like not today. Okay, if opponent captures here. Let's say we go here. If opponent immediately captures here, that does the job as well. Capturing here looks good, but aside from looking good, the move does nothing. I really wanted to push that pawn forward because why are we not pushing the pawn forward? Opponent doesn't want to capture that way. I feel like ignoring it, but I don't really ignore it. Okay, now I'm just going to save my pawn. I can capture here. Opponent is saying if I trade everything on the board, it is GG's. I'm saying, bro, I don't think so. I do not think so. I don't think so. Though looks like we are heading towards a draw. I don't think so. If I go capture here, that's a pawn. So I'm going to capture here and then slowly bring my king into the game. The sad thing here is this bishop. Hate the bishop. Really hate that bishop. Bishop is keeping an eye on the promotion square. So after the trade, I'm already looking at a move like this. Okay, we're just going to remove this evil piece. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's see what opponent comes up with next. Now what are you coming up with next? What is opponent playing here? That pass pawn, opponent has to be careful. I also have to be careful because the pass pawn might just fall. Let's go here. Was opponent expecting me to capture here? Not really. That looks like a piece, but we have this check. We have that check. Looks like a sacrifice, but that's not a piece my opponent can capture. Me pawn on the generator. How is it going down today, Justice? How is it going? It's going down very well. Doing very well. This guy is not going to end this game. Guy is not resigning. I have to be careful not to pre-move. Pre-moving is just going to lose because my opponent might... Okay, if they play that move, just going to capture here. What is opponent really doing here? We can't see, yes. Electricity as usual. Electricity as usual, being unreliable as usual. Opponent is going for the Karukan, so at the very least, we are going to have a very interesting game here. Let's go for the Von Henny Gambit. There's one common mistake a lot of beginners make here. There is one common mistake a lot of beginners make here, but not this guy. Guy is a beginner but doesn't make such mistakes. Let's go here. Opponent is thinking. Guys, I'll be hopping into the Community Freestyle Friday very soon. Tournament is starting in less than 13 minutes, 14 minutes. Is in less than 14 minutes. So I'll be hopping into the tournament very soon. Let's go here. This might be my last game before I hop into the tournament. DJ Nyang, I asked for your username. I am not seeing your username. Did you delete your username? DJ Nyang, what is your username? What is your username? Okay, I sent a friend request. I'll accept your friend request. What is your username so I can take your challenge? I have seen you here. You have been here for... I've seen you here repeatedly. I've seen you on this channel several times. So if you want a game, let me just give you a game. If you want a game, let me give you a game. I think I'll play you next before I'll play you before I hop into the tournament. Hopefully I'm able to end the game. DJNIANG. I'm calling that DJ Nyang. I don't know if you're a DJ. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to pronounce that, DJ Nyang, or maybe I'm just turning you into a DJ that you are not. Okay, your username is Batman. Chess.com allowed you to use Batman. Okay, Batman with a lot of 1 and 7s. Can you just type everything together? Where is this guy? Guy is not making moves. Where is this guy? So this is your username, right? After this game, let me just quickly give you a game. Let's give you a game. Uh-oh. Where's this guy? Where is this guy? Maybe the internet, although it's not showing disconnected. Okay, that's not what happened. We are going to capture here, guys. What are we trying to do with that? Just trying to lure my opponent's king into that square because we know something about pinned pieces. They do not defend. They do not defend. They only give you the illusion of defense. So this is pinned, so opponent cannot capture there. And now I'm no longer down a pawn, even though I started by giving my opponent a pawn. Opponent wants to capture here, but if you capture there, I just capture your queen, give me the evil king. So opponent cannot capture here. I'm already considering a move like this, but I'm not seeing what I get with that move. Opponent just plays a move like this. That's a nasty fork. Okay, a move like that. Oh my god. I was already thinking of playing a move like this. That's begging for trouble. Let's go here. I see a move like this happening. I really see a move like this happening. So let's say I go capture here, and then opponent captures here. So let's say I go capture here. This is exactly what I want to do. Go capture here. Opponent is not going to capture here. Opponent is going to capture here. Let's go capture here. That's a rook. Capture it if you want. Capture the rook if you want. I have a move like this, and at the very least, I should just get my rook back. That's a move. And what else am I looking at? I'm looking at, let's say my opponent. Okay, my opponent always has this move, so it's not like I have something special here. I think I'm just going here and just getting my rook back. Okay, opponent is going to be left with a king that is not looking nice. If opponent, okay, opponent cannot capture here. It's either they capture here or capture here. If they capture here, I just save my rook. Save the rook and I'm fine. Nepa took light. Yes. Yes. Who is the Nepa guy there? Who is the Nepa guy? You a Nigerian? How did you know about Nepa? Are you a Nigerian? How did you get to know about Nepa, this man? This man, how did you get to know about Nepa? I'm looking at the check here. Asking my opponent to do something about it. I see my opponent capturing here. And I would like to land a check here. That's absolutely nothing. Let's just go here, pick this rook up. Let me try to finish my development. Okay, of course. I'm Nigerian too. Happy to see all of you here, guys. Happy to see all of you here. Oh, what's going on here? Check here comes to mind. Let's go for this check. Give me that. Okay, I'm flagging the guy. Guess I'm just going to end up flagging the guy. Let's go here. I should win on time. Whatever happens here, I should be winning on time. So let's sack there. Let's give this guy a game. Let's give the Batman a game. Batman with a lot of 1 and 7. Batman with a lot of 1 and 7. That game would have ended even quickly, but let's do a 3-minute game. Batman, let's just give you a 3-minute game. Chess.com tournament is starting any moment from now. Batman, you can take my challenge. Let's go. Okay, Batman is sending a 5-minute challenge. I'll have to end this game very quickly because tournament is starting. Tournament is starting in about. Tournament is starting in about. What is this? Okay, that's the tournament. We have a 5-minute game. I need to play this fast. I want to end this game fast. Batman. Wish we are playing on a different circumstance because this one is just going to be me trying to destroy you very quickly. Let's go here. Oh my goodness, I just blundered a piece. Just blundered a piece. I think I found it. It's castle. I'm trying to win very quickly, and maybe what's going to happen is that I lose very quickly. Opponent is not castling, which is nice. Bro, do not castle. I'm down with piece. I'm down with piece. I need to create chaos on the board, else I lose. Need to create chaos on the board So how are we creating chaos? I wish I have a light square bishop. The bishop might just be sitting here pointing towards this diagonal. And that's going to be a pretty bishop. Capturing here, opening captures here. Capture here, opening captures here. What am I doing? Move, move, move. This might be a game I end up resigning. I think I'll have to end up resigning this game. I can flag this guy if I wish to, but if I try to flag him, I'm going to lose on I'm going to miss a tournament. I'm going to miss a round in the tournament. So, and I'm not really interested in missing a round in the tournament. I'm not interested in missing a round in the tournament. So I guess not really. I don't think the guy is 200 rated. If the guy is 200 rated, he should have blundered something. I don't think so. But is he playing at the level of Stockfish? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. 300 rated player. All right, let's see. I'm resigning this game. I'll flag this guy 10 times out of 10 times, but trying to flag him is how. There's no way I can generate, I can easily generate an attack. Except I try to force things, and trying to force things here might be decisive. Yes, I'll be resigning this at the last seconds. The guy hasn't hung any piece, and the guy hasn't played any serious move. Oh, that move looks nice. That's a pawn, I guess. I guess that's what my opponent is saying. I might be saying, bro, that's a pawn. I might be saying, that's a pawn. Give me the pawn. Okay, 16 seconds. Uh, looks like we are going to look for the resign button. Let's look for the resign button. Let's look for the resign button. All right, guys, I'm done taking challenges for now. I think for today, I just got paired in the chess 960. I had to abort that game, else I won't be getting paired. I had to abort that game. So I'm playing in the chess 960 now. Community. I'm playing a community tournament. It's analyzing live. That was a terrible game from me. So I don't. My opponent, I would say my opponent did not really play like a 200. I was expecting a piece hanging somewhere, hanging the other somewhere, hanging everywhere. But there was no piece hanging. Opponent played solid, but I don't think. I wouldn't say my opponent is cheating there. No, I wouldn't say so. All right, let's go here. Open this up, open this up. This is chess 960, guys. Even a 100 rated player, even a 1000 rated player, you still have to play very well, else you just find yourself in a completely losing position. So let's see how my opponent handles this. Okay, if I want to castle, I have to move this. I have to just move this, and that just castling. That castle just looks like just remaining on the center of the board. My king will be here. Oh, that's long castle. That's just long castle. Okay, opponent plays that move. I'm looking at this already. Isn't that a piece? Why did my opponent give me a piece? That's a piece. The piece is trapped. Is this tournament rated? Yes, tournament is rated. That's check. Oh, for a moment I was almost jubilating checkmate. Not really checkmate. Not really checkmate. Opponent has this move. Let's go here. I'm looking at going here next. This knight is doing a good job defending the square. My opponent moves that knight. That's just a check. Checkmate. Yes, it was a free piece. Just in case you are watching and you want to play in the community event. Let's go here. I see my opponent playing a move like this, trying to cut this off. Evil piece, evil piece, evil piece. Maybe I should have gone. Okay, even if I had gone here, it doesn't really do much. Hit this knight. How do I get rid of that knight? I'm looking at trying to get rid of knight or rid of the knight. Trying to get rid of the knight, but that doesn't get rid of the knight. Doesn't really get rid of the knight. Opponent captures here. Good. Opponent doesn't capture there. Looking at a move like this already. Check here. Where's my opponent going? Push pawn forward. Then a check here. Let's go here. Push pawn forward. Looks like a fork. I just go back here. Check. Go back here. That will be checkmate. So opponent cannot go back here. Opponent cannot really go back here. So this move is kind of forced. Can't I just capture there? Then deliver checkmate here? Yes, I can. Okay, opponent goes there. That's checkmate. And that was a win. That's a win. I'm not a fish, bro. DJ Nyang, I think so. I also think so. You purposely resign to lower your rating points to 1000. Chess.com closes account for that. Just be careful. Chess.com close accounts for that. Chess.com closes account for that. Why do you really want to restart? Why not make progress? Why not try to make progress instead of restarting? I was definitely DJ Niang. I was definitely going to flag you if I had the time. I was definitely going to flag you if I had the time. But I just had to move away from the tournament. You were not playing fast enough. So even though the position was winning for you on the clock, on the board, on the clock, I'm just completely crushing you. Let me share the link to this tournament just in case anybody wants to join. You join the chess.com community club. You can just Google search chess.com community club. You a touch. There was nothing there in that game. There was nothing. Well, maybe because I don't know, but I wasn't really seeing anything there that warrants the question you guys are asking. I just hung up piece in one move. That's just and then I was waiting for my opponent to hang a piece, but the guy is rated maybe close to the guy is not rated 200, so the guy did not give me a piece. But the position was solid. The guy was not trying to crush me. The guy wasn't playing too aggressively. I don't think that's a way any stockfish will be playing against me. I don't think so. I know touch is an engine. Okay, okay, okay. I guess you're talking to the guy. Let's take a look at a serious game. I just ended that one very quickly. Let's see what's going on here. And I scored 8 points today in this tournament. The last one I played, I think I scored, was it 7 or 6 or 5.5? I think maybe I scored 5.5. I performed terribly. It's either I performed terribly or I scored very well. Wait, the guy got flagged. Or he let his time run out. But wait, doesn't make sense to me. What's that? Oh, the guy went offline. What happened there? What happened there? That was an easy win. Let's take a look at a different. Let's see what's going on here. Next round will be starting very soon. Very soon. Very soon. Next round. Look at that. That is brutal. But the guy should have found the resign button. Should have found the resign button. Since who lost this one? Okay, the 1900 rated player just won. Look at this. Pawn is taking away this square from the king, so the king can't move closer. King is forced to step backward, and that's checkmate. Guy is desperately hoping for a stalemate. Desperately hoping for stalemate. Check. Oh, what am I saying? That's also checkmate. Yes. This is also checkmate. Oh, not checkmate. Oh, the king has the square. Okay, I'm playing this guy. Can I win here? What do we start with? What do we start with? Let's start by trying to grab some space on the center of the board. Crazy chess 93. Yesterday, I refused to play this guy once. I've gotten paired with this guy 3 times now. Yesterday, I got paired with him, I think, in the first, then second community 3-0 Thursday. And now I'm getting paired against this guy again. Let's grab here. Please be active. How do we activate this? A move like this, trying to activate it here comes to mind. Except that's a useless move. Where's this knight going? We need to be asking ourselves those questions. We need to be asking those questions all the time. If I castle here, I don't even know where I'm castling to. Capturing here really comes to mind. I want to activate this bishop. Because bishop is kind of sad. My opponent's bishop is also sad, yeah? Looking at 3 pawns. Let's go here. What if I get it with a move like this? That move looks interesting with the ideas, intention of just going forward next, and that will be a fork. If I get it with this move, this bishop is sad, but my bishop is also sad. I'm looking at playing a move like this and trying to activate the bishop that way. Now that my opponent plays that move, I'm going to capture here. Not the most logical move, but let's play it and try to justify it later. A move like this comes to mind, opponent can defend this way. Opponent bishop are not really doing great. My bishop, my dark square bishop especially, is also not doing very great. That bishop is not doing very well. Let's go here. Move like this, we might get it with. Okay. I'm looking at playing a move like this. What an elegant move. That's an elegant move that does not really do much. Doesn't really do nothing. Let's go here, check. I saw that coming from 1,000 miles away. Do I want to trade queens? Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm looking at landing a knight here. I'm looking at landing a knight here. Or we might get it with this move. And I'm looking at playing a move like this, but I do not have that move. Get it with something else. My dark square bishop. My dark square bishop. I do not like you, my dark square bishop. I want to play a move like this so I can land a knight here. This guy is saying, bro, not today. Good thing is that this knight now is sad here, but I see my opponent pushing pawn forward like this. Next, I really want to play a move like this, but now I don't have it. Where's this knight going? Let's go back here. Wish I can land a knight here now, but I have to land a knight here, here, and here. It's going to take forever to happen. Okay, I'm also looking at just pushing pawn forward here. Not this guy. This guy is not letting me. Alright, let's play a move like this. I'm also looking at a move like this and a move like this. Is freestyle easier or not than classical? Freestyle is pure chaos. Nobody likes freestyle chess. Nobody except Bobby Fischer. Nobody likes freestyle chess. It is just chaos. Freestyle is chaos. See my opponent capturing here, be my guess. If opponent doesn't capture and push pawn forward, okay, that becomes a weakness. That square becomes a weakness. Let's go back here. What am I doing? I like to land the knight here, but where's the knight going after the knight lands there? Okay, my bishop is sad. I'm looking at playing a move like this. Okay, if I'm able to land a knight here, maybe I can then play a move like this. Not this guy. Not this guy. Guy is saying your bishop is not going anywhere. I can capture here. Opponent is just going to capture with a rook or a pawn. Opponent wants to capture that way. I just help my opponent fix the pawn structure. Just help my opponent fix the pawn structure. And I'm still left with a sad rook, sad bishop. A move like this comes to mind. I'm left with a sad bishop, guys. How do I activate this bishop? How do I really activate this bishop? That's a sad bishop, guys. Very sad bishop. I hate chess 964. This always find you always would manage to find yourself in this kind of positions. You will always manage to find yourself in this kind of positions. Let's go here. I'm looking at pushing pawn forward. If I push pawn forward, opponent has this move. So I think I might have to push pawn forward here first. I really need to activate this bishop. So let's say we go here now. If my opponent captures here, I can capture here. That's an isolated pawn. Pushing pawn forward here makes sense, except it comes with check. Except my opponent captures there and it comes with check. And because it comes with check, I really don't have nothing there. Opponent wants to double up on this pawn. I don't want that. A check here might happen. A check here might happen. Let's play a move like this. We need to play fast. Need to activate my piece. Okay, I think now we have this move. Opponent, oh, see me. I thought opponent could not capture there. Guy can. Guy can capture there. Oh, I messed this up badly. I messed this up badly. If I can attack these pawns, I'm just going to be getting those pawns. If only I can attack those pawns. I'm looking at this move. Because those pawns are just sitting on the dark squares and waiting to be captured. The good thing for my opponent is that they can land a knight here, evil knight. And land a knight there. Opponent is also up a pawn. Check here comes to mind. We're getting a draw here. Is the guy going to repeat? I do not expect a repetition here. Expecting will try to win. Look at that. That's a pawn, guys. Oh, the guy won. Guy's winning. Guy's winning. That's a win. Oh, I tried my best. I tried my best. Guy's winning. Let's resign. Let's resign. Let's save ourselves from this thing. Let's resign. Exchange knight was a wrong decision. Yes, I think trading my knight for that bishop was a wrong decision. My bishop was a sad bishop. Position was locked. And walking into this was a sad bishop. The dark square bishop for this I think this was the last blunder in the game. I think this was the last blunder in the game. I really thought my opponent could not capture here because I have two pieces looking at this square, but I overlooked this. I overlooked that move, and after my opponent captures here, everything this rook is actually defended, and I have absolutely nothing. This is just a completely losing endgame. For one, my bishop is a sad piece. The position is locked. In locked positions, the knight is usually a monster. So that's why. So Guli Suk, welcome to the channel. Happy to see you here. Hopefully I get paid. Mistakenly clicked out of the tournament. Hopefully I get paired. And it is taking forever now to load. Let me try to join the tournament again. Got it to the buy point. What is this? Oh my god. I got it to the buy point. Jesus, come, why not just pay me? Let's take a look at what's going on here. Okay, so what is really going on here? I hate that I was hit with a buy point, but that's really something you should expect when playing in this chess.com tournament. Chess.com is in a haste to hit anybody with a buy point. Take the buy point. A move like this, maybe not doing a lot. This check looks like an interesting check, but the square is not defended. There's nothing going on there. Okay, I see a move like this happening. That's an idea. That's really an idea. Capture here, and after you capture here, then then they can capture here. So are we going to see this move? Position is already looking very interesting. What a position. We're going to see this. Okay, do not see that. That's a threat on this pawn. A move like this comes to mind. Okay, that's not just a threat on the pawn. That's also a threat on this knight. And the sack here. Oh, looks like you can sack there, but I don't think so. Doesn't work. Position is crazy. Capture here. Capture here. The knight is under attack. Okay. I think one good thing is that this is defended twice. Twice. See a sack here. Okay, you capture here. Okay. Not necessary. That's a blunder. That's a knight. That's a okay. It's white's turn to move. White's turn to move. That's a move, guys. That's already a move. I would have been looking at this sacrifice. If I was playing, there's no way I'm not looking at this sacrifice. There is no way I won't be looking at this sacrifice. I do not understand this move. Okay, the guy is rated 1-4. Well, 1-4 is still a monster in this time control. You move your knight here. Move like this looks interesting. So here's the knight going to. Knight goes back. We have this move. We have this move. Just open up this rook. Bro, you should play professional chess in FIDE. No. Maybe yes. No, maybe yes.